Okay, in this video we are actually going to get into the back end of the control panel. So once you've made your hosting account and you've got your confirmation of that via your email, they will supply you with a link to the control panel. It will be clearly displayed, and again, just having given you the ebook, there is an extensive guide there. It will just re-illustrate that point and how the email may appear when it does come through. Now, if there's for any issue, if nothing comes through or there's a delay, so on and so forth, you have the ability to just chase up the hosting company. And with Namecheap, on every occasion, I've gone through live support and actually speeded that process. I found to have received excellent customer service. So that's just the worst case scenario. So do not worry about that. Sometimes you might be the odd one that does receive it a bit delayed, but on every occasion I know I've encountered with them, it's been brilliant. So this is what the control panel will look like. This is generally what they appear to look like. They're very, very similar, if not the same. Now I'm just going to go ahead and enter the username and password. So make sure you have a very lengthy password. Having you don't want to make it too easy for anyone to come along and try getting into your account. Now it's just going to authenticate, and you can see now this is the control panel. What I like about when you first come into the control panel, it actually asks you, do you need help getting started? There's a startup wizard. You can simply, on this occasion, because I'm going to walk you through, say, no, fine, no, I'm fine, thanks. It's completely up to you. In your own leisure, when you have time, you can go through it. But when you do come into the control panel, it will look overwhelming because the number of tabs. I remember when I first came on this, it was so many icons. I was like, okay, where do I start? So do not worry. I am literally going to walk you through the entire process. So this is what the control panel will look like. First of all, spoke about the password. Make sure you use a very difficult password, and with changing your password, they should give you a password generator. You can see on this tab, and you will see it will really try to make this difficult. You can even select advanced options. You can increase the number of characters, and then it will ask you need to make a copy. So generate, and you can see just confusing. Now you may think, well, it's a long password. Brilliant, that's fine. However, I wouldn't know how to remember so many passwords, especially that difficult. How would I keep typing them in every single time? Now, for me, I'm not promoting it. I'm not getting no affiliate commission for it, but I would suggest you can have free things. I'm pretty sure there's free password protectors or savers, but something I use is RoboForm. So that's something I use, and I think is a pretty good service, and it will allow me to really keep a lot of passwords without even remembering any of them. And there's functions of, it's very secure. I believe it's encrypted, and you have functions of, you don't need to be on your own computer. You can actually access the entire database remotely via another service. Anyway, without going off track, let's just return to the home. So that's the password I would suggest. Looking at email accounts, let's look at email accounts. You can see here's one called support. I'm going to show you how easy this can be. Let's go ahead and delete that. Yeah, I'm going to delete it. Okay, that's gone. So simply, you want to have a nice professional email address. I would simply go for support at choosing domain of practice. This is just for practice purposes. You would have something a bit more professional looking. Again, we have the password scenario. Looking at advanced options, let's go for 15 just to make it difficult. Yes, have made a copy. Just you can see now it's 100 out of 100, meaning the strength of it is going to be that strong, where it's suggested it's not going to be easy for anyone to crack your password, actually get inside your site. And that's the last thing you want anyone to do, is actually force their way in and get into your control panel. Now, mailbox quota, depending which you're going to need to check with your hosting company, the amount of the storage amount. I would suggest going for unlimited, because I've had scenarios where there have been people that have put a limited amount of storage space in their inbox, and they've had customers not being able to get through because that person's gone away, they haven't been unable to attend their email box, and they've missed out on potential sales. So just make sure you really have a think about this and look into this. But I've selected unlimited. Just go ahead and click select create account, and here we are. It's all done. That's your very own personal, private, business-related email support address. To access that, you would simply go to access webmail, and it will be a number of platforms you can open it with, but very self-explanatory. Just going back to home. Our main aspect we're going to be looking at in regards to creating a WordPress site. Now, this is a variation of the control panel that you may have come across or may be different from yours. What you're looking for is the WordPress app. It may be named under your control panel as Softculus apps installer. Now, on this one, my one, it's coming under software and services, and it's placed under Fantastico Deluxe. So in your one, you may have a straight icon, which I'll show you, which may just be straightforward the WordPress icon, and that's what you're looking for. So here you can see in the navigation area, I'm looking for WordPress, and you can see this is very straightforward and simple. You can see it's saying there's no current installation, and we're just going to go ahead and get it installed. So just going to go ahead now and actually go ahead and put something simple. So we've got admin, and make a generic name and password, and let's go ahead and install WordPress. Okay, now you can clearly see we've actually got it all installed, and brilliant. So just having a look, you can see there's the username, password, and the full URL. Now what you need to please bear in mind, this URL right here, you need to copy this and paste it to a notepad or an area where you really do need to have it recorded, because this will essentially allow you to log into your WordPress site. Now your WordPress site has been made, so if I simply right click and open a link in a new tab, this is what you will see. Now here you will see our domain followed by wp-login. I go ahead and put my username in like so, and password, and login, and fantastic, this is the WordPress site. So just to retrace our steps, all we simply did was we installed WordPress via Fantastico. If you do not have Fantastico, you'll have WordPress, and it will be relatively straightforward, exactly what we've just done now. And we've selected install, making a username and password. Again, make your password very, very difficult, because we do not want anyone to force entry to our WordPress site. Now what you can do, you can actually send details of the installation to your email account, just for making your record. But that is simply it. So in the next video, we're going to go ahead and look at our the WordPress site, and congratulations if it's your first WordPress site.